Yo, what's up, Kamalei?
Uh, 1, 2, 3. Mic check, nigga.
Okay, I can hear you.
Bro, who is doing the bot, bro?
I don't know.
Okay.
How you doing, bro?
Um, I'm a fire truck right now.
Type shit.
Yeah, I'll be cooling.
What the people really want to know is like when you start producing, bro.
I'm gonna say like late 2021, maybe. Just making random stuff with my friends, just like finding my own kind of style and stuff that like really happened in like 2022. That's when I really started getting into it. Then now I'm like working with like plug and beat type shit. Yeah,
So still pretty recent.
and
Still pretty new and shit.
yeah, like experimental stuff. Just playing with it, really.
Type shit. I see it.
Yeah.
Like so far, and like I know you still been like kind of new on the scene. Like, who do you like to work with?
Someone I like to work with. Okay, I got a few people I like to work with. Sedate, mostly Deadox, because he's like the only person I really produce for. Another person would be Rue. Another person. Did I say Sedate?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Shout out Sedate.
That's pretty much it. I don't really work with that many people.
Kind of like to just keep it
Unless I forget about like maybe something I did with somebody. But yeah, those are the main people.
I see it. Shout out Sedate, man.
Mm-hmm.
What were you doing like before you started making beats? Because I know like not one day you was just like, I'm making beats. It was like, something led up to it.
Yeah, I used to like my main thing would be like gaming and stuff. Like I used to play a lot of like console games mainly because that's like the only thing I had at the time. Like PlayStation, and play Fortnite, like Minecraft. That was like my main thing that I did. Like that's what I spent most of my time on,
Was you like
and money
posting,
too. I spent a
was
lot
you
of
posting
money.
your dubs on Instagram and shit, and like Snapchat posting the
No, not on
Fortnite dubs?
No, not on Instagram, but like yeah, I just kept it to myself. Really, I streamed on like Twitch and YouTube a little bit and stopped.
Nah, cause I remember like that peak Fortnite era. I was like posting all my dubs on like Instagram, Snapchat. Every time I caught a dub, I would be like
I
2 in a
didn't.
row, 3 in a row.
Yeah, I wasn't the best at the game, but it's just something I
Yeah,
like to
me
do
either,
all
bro.
the
I
time.
sucked. I would always get carried. I would be
Yeah.
posting the dub like I did any of the work.
My main thing with
But like
games.
your favorite COD, like Call of Duty.
I would say like BO2 or BO4.
Really, BO4. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't like BO4.
Yeah. It was alright, but I threw the disc at the wall and it broke in 2 pieces. So
for me, I gotta say Modern Warfare 2, because that was just like the first COD I was really into. I was
yeah,
that shit. And the campaign was goated.
yeah, but I don't really play that much. I only play time to time. But I'm really into like GTA and maybe a little bit of Fortnite, and like I like racing games too, like Need for Speed and stuff.
Hell yeah. Being a producer, you have access to all these different VSTs and plugins. Which plugin is your favorite? Do you use the most?
Oh wow. I'm gonna say Omnisphere and Purity. They're like my main go-to.
Yeah, I feel like those are like pretty popular ones.
Yeah, especially like with like plug-in B and stuff, you always hear the same presets from like Purity and the flute and the like strings and stuff. Those are like common presets from there. And with Omnisphere, I like to use like their organic and like different kind of sounds they have. They also have like this dark piano that I like to use a lot. I used it in Suicide Note by Deluxe.
I never wanted to leave, but I don't know how to stay, and I don't know what to say.
Yeah, those are my favorite kind of presets.
What happens when someone hops on your beat and you don't fuck with the song? You just like get off the fucking song, or you just like don't let them drop it, or like what do you do?
Yeah. Honestly, I never had that actually happen yet, but I would just let them know like it's not hidden. Like I'm gonna just be straight up because
You
I
gotta be
don't
like, you
like
can't drop this shit.
yeah, I don't like to sugarcoat opinions, but I like to be respectful because having somebody else put you down is like that's not cool. So
Yeah.
I just be straight up, just be like we can work on this a little bit.
I told you, nigga, this ain't it, chief. That's what I would have told you.
Trying to like give them like tips on like use this type of flow.
Yeah. Yeah, because I mean, I don't have like high expectations either. I'm not like, I don't have high standards.
Right.
Like whatever you make my stuff, if it's cool, then I like it. You know, I'm not expecting like Beyonce album performance.
Right.
So, that's my opinion on that.
How do you deal with like beat block?
That is something that does happen a lot. What I usually do is just stop for a long time. Maybe not a long time, but like, maybe a week. Then if I come back to it, it's probably when I have like a random idea in my mind. When I have an idea, I like to immediately like try to go to my desk and put it down in a way that I can remember it and work on it later. Because I don't finish everything in one day. I used to do that, and it led to like me getting blocked quicker. So I space it out over time, like a few days. So yeah, I just wait until I have a random idea come up, note it down, then work on it.
Kind of just jot down that idea like as soon as it comes in, and then execute later.
Yeah, I don't really like to start immediately working because it just ends up leading to nowhere.
Yeah, it can be
most of the
overwhelming.
time. Especially when I have like people watching me work on. I hate working on stuff with people watching me.
Nah, I can hear you, man. Cause like I'll be in like the studio, like a couple of my friends, and like sometimes I'm like, bro, I gotta step out for a minute. Like I need to focus up.
Especially because the stuff I make is like really specific too. Like you wouldn't really hear nobody rapping or singing or like whatever I make, because like I wouldn't say I'm like super unique, but it's just a different kind of energy and style with it that it like when it's work in progress it sounds really ridiculous, and then when I finish it sounds really cool.
Yeah, I see the vision. Do you just produce or do you produce and engineer?
I engineer sometimes. I'm not the best, but I am practicing. I am actually setting like ground rules for myself with like actually making it sound good and like stop using MP3s all the time. Right. Because you're not gonna get really far with that, just in terms of like the quality of the file itself, and it can cause artifacts too. So yeah, I do engineer sometimes. Like I'll mix the lyrics.
Is it like something you want to go like down towards, like in the future you want to start engineering more, or you're just like fine just producing?
Honestly, I like doing both, because I'm not the best at either, but I know how to do it, and I know how to make things sound how I want it to sound.
Right.
And it's just like, if I could do both, might as well.
You haven't been producing for that long, but do you have like any like regrets so far that you're just like, oh, I wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have approached this a different way?
I do, like, sometimes when I make a song, I'd like be like, oh yeah, it sounds great now, and then later on be like, oh yeah, I could have changed this, I could have changed that. But I learned to just like realize that when you're growing and changing and stuff, you can't be mad at your past self for not doing this or that, because maybe you didn't know at the time, or maybe you just didn't have that idea. So why not just make the next thing you make better, or apply that idea into whatever you make next.
Right, instead of just trying to just back trail onto something that already happened.
Yeah. And just like what was the question again? Sorry, let me remember again.
About just like
regretting things, right? Like,
right.
Okay, yeah. No, not really. Besides like decisions I made about little things, no. But I just try to be chill and don't give any reason to regret something.
I agree with you, man. I think like everything happens for a reason. And I don't want to look at something or a song I made and be like, oh man, I wish I would have started doing this or started doing that. It's just like, well, I didn't have the mindset to be doing that yet. I wasn't in that type of space yet, but now I am, and I'm grateful for having gone through that stuff to even lead me up to this opportunity. You know, so I just look at everything, try and look at everything positive, and I think that's really important when being creative in something. But how would you describe your beats to like a new artist or someone trying to get into the sound?
I couldn't put like a single word behind it, but I try to make something that's like memorable. You'd want to come back and listen to it again, or it can like invoke emotions or like just general feelings. It's not anything specific. Like it could be sad or happy. It just depends on the song. But I like to have a nice rhythm that can like repeat. That's like the main thing I do. I don't really alternate my patterns too much, but I just like to have something that's really enjoyable, like to the ear.
Do you think there's gonna be like, I know you were talking about like doing like experimental stuff. Do you ever think you're just gonna like completely just stop making plug-in B and just start on something else new from scratch?
Well, most things that I do branch off from like the plug-in B style that I usually have, but I like to just sometimes try different kind of genres and stuff, and like make random things that just sound cool, but you just never really hear.
Yeah, like are we gonna hear you like make like a rock beat or like an alternative beat, a country beat?
I don't know about that, but it's like just a general section that I keep it in and change it up a bit each time.
Are there like any artists who like inspire you to produce?
Yeah, I do have a few like like Quinn. Who else? Like Quinn is the main one, but I'd say like Cream. Not too much, but like some of his songs do like inspire me a lot. Another would be a little bit of X, but not like so much. It's just like some patterns he had in the song, like drum patterns I take inspiration from.
RDX.
I said Axe.
Oh, Axe.
Yeah. Honestly, him a little bit too, like X and Tentacion too. Yeah, just a little bit because I used to listen to him a lot when like he was like really popular in 2017, 2018. Even though my music isn't like any way kind of similar, he's the reason that I like got interested in the music a lot too. So yeah.
Yeah, he was a really big influence on a lot of people. Are there like any producers that like you look up to, or just like your favorite producer? You're like, man, like I'm gonna be on like his type of level.
I have to think about that. Someone. Don't really know, except for one, which would be like Lost Rushi. He has really nice melodies in his song, and they also that's actually someone I take inspiration from as well. Yeah, it's just like angelic and bright melodies that are really cool, and I take inspiration from that a lot.
Nice, nice. Is like any
Mm-hmm.
secret artist that like you listen to by yourself, but you're not gonna play around no one else?
Not really, because what I listen to, other people really kind of wouldn't want to, which I understand. But like,
Like I
no,
know
I
me,
don't. I
like
don't. I
I'm
don't.
not gonna be listening to like Drain Gang, like Blade around my friends. Like I'm just gonna listen to that by
Yeah,
myself.
Everything apart in love, earth, star, everything apart, everything apart in love, rain and snow, everything apart in push.
but gatekeeping, I don't. I don't see any reason to do that. They can find it one way or another anyway. So I don't like to hide stuff. I like to honestly share it.
There any like
Hmm?
other producers or artists that you want to work with in the future?
Um, at the moment, not really, because I'm just kind of inactive and I'm still working on like my own kind of sound, and I don't want to work with someone and then make complete garbage and then be like, oh yeah, my bad, I guess I'm just not gonna work with you today.
Right.
So I want to like solidify myself before I start doing work like that.
And like kind of like on the same topic, like not everyone just like picks up on making beats instantly and just gets better at making beats overnight. Like how long did it take you to like you start to be like, damn, like my beats are kind of hard?
I say like it took maybe a year before I started actually making like reasonable things. Because like when you first start out, it's like atrocious, like FL keys, default, like kick and snare. And and you just figure it out and watch a bunch of tutorials on YouTube and branch off from your
Is it like
from
someone who
whatever
like
you make.
taught you, or
Yeah.
you just like just straight learned from YouTube?
Mostly figured it out myself. I'm the one that's usually like teaching my friends stuff, so yeah.
You kind of piggyback the information onto them.
Yeah, and I figure out new things like every day too. Like it's not like I'm learning it one time and then that's it. I know everything. So
You
I'm really
know,
learning every day.
like being like a creative, it could be like hard to stay positive. How do you find like happiness and just being, present when it comes to just your art and just day-to-day life?
I just most of the time I don't think about it too much. Like because like I know I do work that I like, and I mostly do it for me because I like to listen to my own things. And if I'm demotivated, I'm not gonna stress about it. I'm just gonna take a break, or just practice more. Because like when I find like just figuring out things, and like when I'm demotivated, like it gives me more ideas, which helps with coming up with things.
Right. It gives you more purpose.
Yeah.
I see.
So when I'm lost or just unmotivated, I just figure it out most of the time.
You're just like, well, can't do this right now. It's gonna happen later or another time.
Yeah.
I see the vision. So like, if like a random person just like DM'd you and was like, hey bro, like I'm trying to get a beat, how much you gonna charge them?
I'm reasonable, like very, and if it's like maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours of my time to make a beat, it depends on the person. Really, it's not like
But just like a random person, like I'm just like,
yeah,
like you didn't know me as Too Fair, like I was just like some random person out
yeah,
here.
I'd say like maybe 25, 30, depends on what they want. But like if you're popular and got some numbers in your account, I'm sorry, it's gonna be a little more, but
Start taxing, the price go up.
Yeah, I mean that's how it goes. It's not nothing different either,
Yeah, it's
really.
nothing new.
Because if you got it back, you might as well split it, bro. Because I know you're gonna make back off of my stuff if you want it and you know it's gonna thrive.
I mean, I gotta agree with you there.
So I just want to get my part. That's all.
You got any pets?
Yeah, I got a cat. Her name is Aurora,
Is it
a
a black
tortoise
cat,
shell.
a tortoiseshell? That's the name of the
Yeah,
breed.
yeah.
I ain't never heard of that one. I'm gonna have to look that up. That should sound lit though.
She's loud and annoying. So
Bro, I need to get a cat. Did you start off on FL Studio or were you kind of just messing around with other programs?
um, I started off with FL, yeah. Then tried other programs like Ableton and just for like being silly like BandLab and stuff. That was a year ago, honestly. But yeah, I tried Ableton, didn't really like it. Then kept using FL.
And I often hear a lot that like the sounds that you get on FL like you can't get on like other DAWs. Do you agree with
It
that?
turned I wouldn't really say so because most of the things you use are like kids, but like the default plugins of FL, there's like gross beat presets and stuff that you can't get on other DAWs, and like I guess there's that like a specific sound maybe you can't recreate on another DAW, but I don't really know too much about that. But I think you can do a pretty good job with making music on any DAW if you know how to work it really.
Right. It's more about just having the willpower to do it than what you're really using.
Yeah, and whatever works best for you and like your situation.
Do you have any like rituals you be doing like for you to like make a beat? You're like, I'm not gonna start making a beat until like everything's off my desk. Like I'm in a dark room. Like I got my cup of water. Like
Um, Not really, honestly. It would be like come to my desk, and if it's like not a bunch of noise outside, or I'm not sick or anything, because I've been sick a lot lately. But if I'm like actually up for it, then that's my only real requirement. And I actually have time because I hate being cut off from my like progress of working.
where do you see your career in the next 5 years?
Um, 5 years. I don't really know if I still make music, but I might be like going into information technology as like a actual career because that's one thing I know I wanted to do, and I have like possible positions already. So I think
So you're in like
I
college
want.
right
I
now.
want. Oh no, no! I'm a sophomore.
In
So
high school?
yeah,
Damn, bro, you're young.
but but like
Making
yeah,
me
I
feel
do.
old and shit.
I know like if I wanted to do information technology, I have a place that I could easily apply for and
Right.
get a position.
But you don't know if you're still gonna be making music. You don't know if this is something you really want to do. You just kind of experimenting with it.
Yeah, I just really want to wait and see where it goes. I wouldn't want to pursue like a full career with it.
You know, music. You know, you can't really rush that. Just gotta just
Yeah,
take it day by day.
I feel like people have to like want to hear more of your things for it to be something you can make a super like um,
I see your
reliable
vision.
income from.
I mean, yeah. You know, all it takes is one hit,
And then you're a one hit wonder.
one placement,
Mm-hmm.
change your
Then
life.
nobody remembers you.
Yeah, it is what it is. Everyone gets forgotten. We're all gonna die one
True.
day. Alright, well, that's gonna wrap up the interview, Kamalei. It was nice having
Thank you for I lost track of time. Thank you though for the interview. We appreciate it.
For sure, man. Hey, man. Y'all go check out Kamalei.
I'm letting y'all say nothing, bro. Wow, y'all some haters.